Hey, what's up guys? Okay, so for today's video, I'm going to be showing off all of my lever guns. So, my lever gun collection, if you will. And this is the first video I ever did that showed off all of them. And there is one more that's not going to be on here because it's currently on layaway, but I'll roll in a picture of what it looks like. Okay, so the way I want to do this is I want to get started with the oldest one and work my way forward to the newest model. Okay, so the first one that I'll show you is this is the Marlin 336 Sporting Carbine SC. It's written right there on the barrel. So as you can see, this one has a 3/4 tube, not a full length one. And this is the oldest one that I have. Serial date circa 1949. And interesting enough, this was the first year that they rolled out with the 35 Remington cartridge. But this one's in 3030. And they're also referred to as waffle tops because they have this very unique design on top of the receiver. I don't know when they stopped doing the waffle top design, but I do know it's something that was on the earlier rifles. So I got this one before the pandemic hit, and I got it at like a really good deal. Well, it was a normal deal for lever guns at the time. Lever gun prices have just shot up through the roof after or during and after the pandemic. And I'll roll in here right now what I paid for this one. When I got this one though, it had something wrong with the rear sight right here. So I had to take it off and replace it with this little leaf sight. Not the best in the world, and I do need to adjust it because when I shoot this gun, it doesn't shoot where I'm pointing at, basically. And it was also missing the hood when I got it. All of my rifles, well, all of them except two, have been missing the front hood. A lot of people just end up taking them off, but I bought a few of them at a gun show, and I end up slapping one on here because I like the look of the hood. The hood gives. I think it makes it look really cool. So I'll show you the markings right now. There's your JM on the barrel. Okay, if we flip it around, we'll see the markings of the rifle. Marlin Firearms, Incorporated, New Haven, Connecticut, USA, 1870. Model 336 SC 3030 caliber. There's all the markings on this one. I'll show you up close of the, I'll show you up close of the sight right here. Focus, you bitch. I'll show you some of the fit and finish back in the day. Year 1949, they did stuff right. You hear me? They made sure things came out the factory looking good. And I appreciate whoever had this one. They kept it in pretty good condition. On these older ones, they put the serial date underneath right there. So I'm assuming this is walnut, but I never did look up the type of wood these older ones were made out of. I'll just show you the butt pad right now, what it looks like. It's checkered, so it's got a little bit of a grip to it. And now I'll show you the action. It's a good action. It's a smooth action. So in this carbine version, it holds 4 in the tube, since it's a 3/4 tube instead of 5. And it's funny because they call this a carbine, but it's got the standard 20-inch barrel. I measured it with the tape measure before we did this. It's a 20-inch barrel. And so I guess the only thing that really qualifies as a carbine is the lower capacity mag tube. I'll show you a couple other things for you ASMR people. Let's do it again. It's a smooth, like, again, I go through all of them and I can tell the difference between them. The hammer, half cock, full cock. But there's no grit, there's no nothing in this hammer. Okay, so when you pull it back, it just feels super smooth. Okay, so this is the 1949 .336 sporting carbine. Okay, let's put it right here. And like I said, I'm going from oldest to newest. So this is the first one on the lineup. Okay, the second one is going to be my baby, my Glenfield Model 30 GT Texan. It's a Texan because of this straight grip stock. The sporting carbine has a semi-pistol grip stock. And the straight stocks are also referred to as a Texan model. So this is the Glenfield. Can't tell you where it was bought at because I didn't buy it. But originally they were at like Kmart, Buy-Mart, and basically just the cheaper option of the official Marlin 336. So the JM stamp is right there. Okay. And then the other markings are right here. Glenfield Model 30 GT, Marlin Firearms, North Haven, Connecticut, USA. Caliber 30-30 Winchester. You see a pattern going here, huh? Do you think I like the 30-30 or something? Yes. The answer is yes. With the Glenfield right here, it has an 18.5-inch barrel. So to me, this is a really handy. This is why I like this one so much. It's the shortest. It's the shorter of the 30-30s, and it's got the full length tube, so it's 5+1 instead of 4+1 like the shorter tube. And I don't know if I said it or not, but this model was circa 1979. That's the age of this one. Okay. Another reason I like this one so much is I like these sights that's on this one. For whatever reason, they made the rear sight and the front sight a lot thinner than they did with their other Marlin rifles. It's got a really small little, man, come on. And then it's got a small front sight as well. Real thin. Some people might not like that because you can't really see it as good as a bigger front sight bead. But I like the small ones because I can get more precise with them. I don't have no problem seeing it. I can still see it with my eyes. So I like a small little bead like that and a small U-notch that's on the back right here, because I can just get real precise with my shots on this one. And when I bought this one, it came with the rail that was already on it. So whoever had it before me had a scope on it. And I'll show you the hammer. See, I can tell you there's a little bit of wiggle or something in this one compared to the older one. It still feels good though. Okay, now I'll show you the action. And it's going to have the square loop on it. I like the square loops. I like all the loops really, but square ones are kind of nice. So the action feels good on it. And as you can see, I've thrown this leather shell holder on the back of it. And you can get a look at the maker right there in case you're interested in this Rising Star leather Kentucky. Okay, so the interesting thing I want to show you about the butt plate on this one is that it's the same exact design that was on the older model right here. It's just they took off the Marlin logo. So I thought that was funny. Let's see if I can compare them. So you see, Same butt pad, but just took the logo off the Glenfield. That's funny. Okay, so that is the Glenfield. 3030 Winchester circa 1979. All right, the next one is going to be my Model 39A. Original Golden 39A is what the official name of it is. And this one sports the 24-inch barrel. So this is the longest boy that I have out of my lever actions. And this is another one like the carbine that has a semi pistol grip stock in it. And I don't know if it's just looks or not, but I think the wood on this one looks nicer than all of them that I have. I mean, they did a good job with the wood on this one. Again, I don't know what the wood's made out of, but I know it's pretty and it looks really nice, and the fit and finish on this one is also the tightest out of all the rifles. I mean, this sucker was melded. I mean, you see right there on the sides. Look, none of mine are that tight of a fit. So I really like this one, and I paid a price for this one, I'll be honest with you. This is a pricey little boy right here. I'll show you the hammer again. It's pretty smooth. This one's pretty smooth as well. All right, now here's the action. Yeah. I really like it. This is my favorite 22, of course. I only have two, but this is my favorite one. And it came like this. It came with the... No, it didn't. I put that on there. Never mind. And it came with a Williams peep sight. And I like the Williams peep sight, but I don't like it more than the traditional buckhorn sight that's on it. So I ended up taking it off. And here's what the barrel says. There's your JM stamp. And then here's your markings. Now this one is micro groove. The 1949 is micro groove, but I'm not sure about the Glenfield. I'm assuming it is because, you know, I'm pretty sure they used the micro grooving for a little while before they switched over to that Ballard rifling. But I know this one and this one is micro groove. Okay, so again, this was serial date 1980. So just 1 year after the Glenfield. I forget how many 22 bullets will hold in the mag tube, but I'll put on the screen right now what it is. And a good thing about this one is that it'll shoot longs, shorts, and your standard 22 rounds. Of course, it won't shoot the magnums, but it'll shoot all those other ones. So that's something that's kind of pretty cool about the 39As. And it's got that signature golden trigger. Okay, let's show off the next one. So 1949, 1979, 1980. All right, this sexy lady is the one that I just picked up a few days ago. I've been wanting this one for a very long time. This is the 1894 44 mag Marlin. Out of all of them that I have gotten, none of them have came in as good of condition as this one. I mean, the 39A came in pretty good condition. You know, all of them came in good condition. But as far as us not having a blemish on it at all, the 1894 wins the category. But it's also the newest model. Okay, so this was serial date 2009. And this was put together right before Remington took over the factories and then messed up a bunch of rifles in those first couple years of making them. So this ain't no Remlin. I was scared it was, but when I looked up everything, it told me that it was just one of the last made Marlins from the factory. And it don't look like no Remlin. Everything is tight and nice, as you can see. And of course, this is the only one that I have that has the crossbolt safety on it, but I don't really care about that thing. Everybody's real picky about those things, but just leave it on fire and it just it stays like it acts like a normal lever action. Okay, so here's the markings on this one. Marlin Firearms, North Haven, Connecticut, USA, model 1894, caliber 44 rim mag or 44 special. I don't even hardly ever see 44. I barely see 44 mag anywhere, much less 44 special. So, safe to say I'll just be shooting 44 mag through it. And this one came with the original hood on it too. So, here's the butt pad of the 1894. A little differently. Yeah, they turned it kind of the light brown rustic color instead of the traditional black. But I have not shot this one yet, and I can't wait to get out there. Let's show off that hammer. Yeah, it feels good. Okay, now the action. It was I'll be honest, it was a little sticky when I first got it, but I took it apart, oiled it, cleaned it, and now it's smooth as butter. No problem with it. Yeah. So I'm curious how the new Marlin 1894s that Ruger is making would compare to this one, because I'll probably end up getting one of those as well. Okay, so this is the 1894 44 mag. One more. All right, guys, the last one is a Henry. It's not a Marlin. So this is the Henry Big Boy 45 Colt. And I never really wanted a 45 Colt, but when I seen this one on the rack, it was just too pretty and the price was too good to pass up on it. So I was like, you know what? I'm now a 45 Colt person. So I went ahead and got it. So this one's kind of special. It's got the color case hardened receiver, which looks cool. And then it's got the heavy octagon barrel. And it is a heavy barrel. You can tell when you pick this one up. It's short because it's a carbine, and this one has the shortest barrel length out of all of them. It's like 16 and a half inches. So it's the smallest, but not the lightest, because that heavy barrel puts the weight back into the gun. This one came in really good condition as well. Maybe one little ding right here. I don't know what the serial date is on this one. Henry kind of got a little bit of a confusing sight when I tried to look it up. I mean, you know it's new. Something 2019 and up. So this is technically the newest rifle that I have. But you know, the good thing about the Henrys, I never liked the Henrys until they put the side gate in. Put the side gate in, I was like, okay, now we're talking. Let's rock and roll. But the good thing about them is they got the tube still on it as well. So tube makes it easy. Is like when you're done and you still got rounds in the gun and you want to unload, you can just take the tube out and unload them really quickly without having to cycle all the way through. Okay, so now that I showed you that, let's show you the hammer and the action. It's pretty smooth. This one's pretty smooth too. Yeah, it's like, so if you notice in this one, there's no half cock. It just goes all the way back. And all the other ones, the Marlins that we had, they all had a half cock, but the Henry doesn't. And now here's the action. And as much as I love the Marlins and all of them, I can't lie to you. This Henry has a smoother action than all of them. I don't know, there's just something going on in here that just makes that resistance that you usually have of it running through it. It's just, there's none of it. I'm gonna do it slow. Yeah, I mean, there's no like, there's usually like a little hump here and then maybe here, but with this one, there is no hump. So, you know, whatever Henry's doing, they're doing a good job with it. And I really would love to test the the new Rugers out with this one and see how they compare. And then here's the butt pad on the Henry. It's actually a bigger butt pad than all the Marlins. Not that it really needs to be. 45 Colt doesn't hardly kick at all unless you really put a hot round in there. Okay guys, well, there's no more room on the table. These are all of my lever actions. Oh, nope. Okay, so there's one more, and I have it on layaway right now, and I'll roll in a picture of what it looks like. It's another 30-30, and it's a Texan model as well, but it's not a Glenfield. It's a normal 336. And I can't remember what the serial data is on that one, but it's an older one. It's before they put the crossbolt safety on it, so it's before 1982. They added the crossbolt safety in 1982 or 3. So it's before that, and it came with a old Redfield type scope. And this scope is really funny. It doesn't have, it's not your traditional round scope. It's like a square old TV shape to it. So it's got a pretty cool little design going on there. And again, I got it at a good deal. So and the action ran really good. I remember running the action at the store, and it was a really smooth action. I'll go ahead and say this, but I'm not going to get any more old Marlins, okay? Like, this is enough for me, but what I will probably get is one of Ruger's 1895 4570s, okay? And I'm looking at that SBL. The SBL is super nice. And then I got to get the classic 30-30 that they just came out with. It looks really nice as well. And then I'm going to have to get another 1894. I just can't decide if I want it in 44 or 357. At least 3 more Marlins. German 3, okay, that I want to get. And then I think I might finally be happy with my collection, but you know, who knows? Who knows these things? I can't really talk about happiness because I always end up wanting more. It's a sickness, I think, really. You get on these old lever action, you get bit by the bug. The bug bites you, and it just won't let go. It keeps biting you over and over again, and you just keep buying more lever actions. And it's like, how deep of a cowboy am I? You just don't know these things, you know? You just don't know. Okay, I think that's enough. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and please subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow here, I'm trying to grow big. And I also set up a Patreon account. If you want to donate to the channel and help me out a little bit, I need other lever actions. I need help getting these other lever actions, okay? I'm in the negative right now. You see all these guns? I'm in negative. I'm in the negative right now in my wallet, okay? I need assistance, okay? Okay, well, enough playing around. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to like and subscribe and check out my Patreon if you want to. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.